Shalom. Welcome back. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praise, and honors to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you, occupants pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Back with another spiritual headline. This is from the New York Post, and they keep pushing this point about the so-called UFOs, which for you that are in the know and understand the scriptures, these are nothing more than the chariots of the Lord, all right? So I'm going to get into this article. Haven't read all the way through it, but I do have some scriptures queued up. This is Pentagon UFO report. They acknowledge the reality, whistleblower says. The U.S. government is actually gearing up to share information about the reality of UFOs with the public, and not a moment too soon, says the man who claims to have run the Pentagon's UFO program for 9 years. All right. So they know about these things. They observe these crafts in the heavens, and they speculate on them. They talk about aliens, this, that, and the other. But it's all really to throw you off to the fact that the creator of heaven and earth, his angels, are in those crafts, man. All right. And they're flying around doing their thing, getting ready to come back and judge this place, but also getting ready to come back and deliver the faithful ones out of this hellhole once this thing get cracking. Former President Donald Trump's 2.3 trillion appropriation bill for 2021 contained a mandate that the Pentagon and spy agencies must file a report about unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP. Most of us just call them flying saucers or UFOs. Whatever the jargon noted, whistleblower Luis Elizondo, former head of the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, which operated out of the secretive fifth floor in the Pentagon's C Ring, told the Post about the resulting blockbuster document, which is reportedly slated to release in June. So this all sounds funny, man. Why are you waiting to June to release this thing? Why is there such a buildup? What's really going on? All right. So in some way, Esau, Edom, the devil is gonna, find a way to to spin this thing. Maybe even trump up something about aliens, because when the Lord comes back, you got to remember the world is going to be in great fear, and only the true believers, the ones that understand what's going on, will be excited by this and know that those so-called UFOs, the chariots of the Lord, are coming to deliver his faithful servants, which are you Israelites, you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the elect of you anyway. Because you're going to have a lot of Israelites scared, scared with the so-called Edomite, with the so-called white man, Edomite. It says, tied to the mandate, Elizondo said that the upcoming report launches down on the unexplainable. Longtime UFO believers are hungry for explanations of the tic-tac ship-shaped objects the Navy encountered in 2004, the strange cubes within spears seen by the Navy pilots in 2014, or the mysterious black triangles continually reported around the world. Such details promise to come via the much anticipated report, and at least one evolution of belief. I think the government has acknowledged the reality of UAP, Elizondo exclusively told the Post, despite signing what he refers to as a lifelong NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement. So he don't even supposed to be talking about this. But the New York Post got it and basically building up the hype for June. Certain things just don't add up when you read them. But before he resigned from the Pentagon in 2017, I think they all want answers, and I think they are willing to ask the hard questions. All right, but let's get some scriptures, because we know what these things is. All right, let's get 2 Kings 2 and 1. I'm going to get right to the point on a lot of these. And it came to pass, when the Lord would take up Elijah into heaven by a whirlwind, that Elijah went with Elisha from Gilgal. And in the scriptures, you have clouds, you have whirlwinds, all right? You have chariots. You have many names that are used to describe these ships, these so-called UFOs. Let me jump down. This is verse 11 in 2 Kings 2:11. And it came to pass, as they still went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. All right. So when you go back to the Exodus story, what was it, cloud by day, fire by night. These are nothing more than descriptions of the UFO and the chariots. All right, let's go back. It says during a press conference this week, Elizondo made clear the UFOs have been observed to have qualities that are nothing less than otherworldly. You see that? He describes vessels flying at 11,000 miles per hour and being able to turn instantly, providing a comparison he explained for most advanced jets going at the same speed. If you want to make a right-hand turn, it would take you about half the state of Ohio to do it. So, the technology that the Heavenly Father got is just, it's unimaginable. All right? And these devils are fucking scared, man. They know what time it is. And that's why they call these things threats, and they are threats. Because they're coming back to destroy, first and foremost, Mystery Babylon. And they're going to jack this earth up. All right? Along with the nuclear war that's going to be going on in the background when this thing happens. It says he also details Spielberg's worthy operational capabilities that fall into the realm of trans-medium travel. Elizondo explained that the eye-popping vessels can fly 50 feet above the Earth's surface or 80,000 feet in the sky and even submerge underwater without a compromise in performance. When you see that, you recognize you are dealing with a technology more advanced than ours, to say the least. That was despite apparent threats to the security of the U.S. Elizondo was particularly disturbed by the locations where UFOs and UAPs tended to hover. Even the way in which these inexplicable flying machines manage to lift off blows away rational engineering. Things have no wings. These things have no wings, no cockpits, no control surfaces, no rivets in the skin, no obvious signs of propulsion. And somehow they are able to defy the natural effects of Earth's gravity, Elizondo said. How is that possible? Because these people are just carnal, man. All right? We're dealing with something that's spiritual. All right? Let's go back to the scriptures. Let's get this right here. This is book Acts 1 and 9. It says, and when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. Sounds familiar to Elijah, right? Speaking about the Lord, Yahushua. And while they looked steadfastly toward the heaven as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel, which also said, Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye up in heaven? This same Yahushua, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. Right, so he's coming back on those ships. In the book of 2nd Ezra, to tell you the Lord is coming back on a huge ship. You know, they literally describe it as like the size of a mountain range. That's how big and giant this thing is going to be. All right, and it's all there, black and white in the scriptures. All right, let's get this. Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierce him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. So what are they going to release in, I believe, June, according to this article? You know, it's going to be a way to demonize these vehicles. All right. The existence of the AATIP wasn't revealed until 2017. It says, along with what Trump described as a hell of a video montage captured by the Navy featuring a dark circular object flying in front of a military jet, along with another small object racing over land, astonishing speeds in 2004 and 2015, respectively. The Department of Defense confirmed the authenticity of the footage, and Navy spokesman confirmed the objects in the video to be UAP. Right? But like I said, it's not unidentified to us. We know what these things are. At the time, former Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid took credit for arranging $22 million in annual funding for the AITIP, telling New York Times that it was one of the good things I did in my congressional service. By 2019, the Pentagon had confirmed to the Post for the first time that they research and investigate UFOs and continue to do so. All right? So let's go back into the scriptures. Let's get Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1. It says, Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such that have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they shall see it, they shall be troubled and with terrible fear. Right? So the Israelites are getting the breath back, getting the wisdom back, the elect of them anyway, and standing up and are speaking. And guess what? The people and leaders around the world are noticing this, and they are taking account. You see, it says, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. So the salvation of the elect of the nation of Israel is going to be via these so-called UAPs, UFOs, which are nothing more than the chariots of the living power. That's how they're going to be delivered. All right, plain and simple. So that's pretty much, I'll read a little bit more of this. This seems to be very distinct congruency between UAP activity and our nuclear technology. You see that? Because I remember an old video of I forgot what branch of the government it was. Maybe it was the Navy, and a UFO, Chariot of the Lord, flew over this Navy ship, and he activated the nukes that were on this ship. He activated them, and he turned them off. Right? Because when the time comes, most of these countries got something called MAD agreements, mutual assured destruction, meaning that, hey, we gonna shoot them, you gonna shoot them, and everybody gonna be fucking dead. But what they don't know is that these chariots are gonna be controlling these missiles. All right, because it talks about neither one of these missiles are gonna miss their mark when they begin to be shot, meaning they're gonna go and hit what they need to hit. Because the entire earth is not going to be destroyed. Certain parts of it's going to be destroyed, but not the entire earth. That's something that you gotta understand. It says, he continued that concerning to the point where we've actually had some of our nuclear capabilities disabled by these things, there is absolutely evidence that UAPs have an active interest in our nuclear technology. You can't make this up, because this is the truth, man. This is the scriptures. And let's end this off. All right, let's end this off. This is book of Matthew 24 and 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. We just read this in Revelation 1 and 7. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with great power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet. And they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Right? So this is what we're waiting on. This is the salvation. This is that strange salvation that spoke about in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter that we just read. So I went a bit longer than I want, but it's all been laid out. Hopefully it was edifying. I know you can come back and read this for yourself. This is a pretty good article. But hey, it's go time, man. We're right at the door. I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom on the next time.